All right, guys, so obviously, as you can see, I got the bumper off the Lexus, and that is because the one issue with this car cosmetically is that this beam right here looks like it was in a little fender bender when the last owners had it. So if you can see, basically from a top point of view, this right here is a much shorter distance from this over here. So clearly it got pushed in by something over here. You can see a little bend over here in the metal. You can see a couple of little things. This isn't connected properly anymore. So what we're gonna go ahead and do is take a look around, see where we can attach like a loop to, and then kind of pull up and try and get this metal to bend up and out a little bit. And hopefully we can get this reattached and this all straightened up, and then once we put the bumper back on, which is over there, hopefully everything will fit perfectly and the front end will be done, except for obviously needing to do paint on pretty much the whole car. If any of you guys haven't seen, the last owners got creative, I guess that's a good word for it, with some spray paint on the side of this car. I really have no idea what they were doing. The paint of this car is beautiful, it's in great condition, and they were just trying to cover up some little tiny rock chips and stuff, and they did a lot more damage than if they had just left it. So hopefully I can get that paint off. If not, this whole car is gonna get some kind of new paint that I will reveal later on. But I wanted to update you guys on what we're doing with the Lexus today. This is pretty much the last thing I'm gonna do before we get mechanical, start taking all the unnecessary stuff off this and get ready for this turbo kit. So I'm gonna go ahead and fill you guys in a little bit and see if we can get this problem fixed. So after taking off the fog light and getting a little bit more clearance over here, I'm not sure how I didn't notice this first, but this is definitely not an OEM part of the car. I was looking into it this morning. You can actually see some huge cracks back here. This is aluminum. It's super light, so I guess this was more of like a maybe 15-20 mile an hour crash than maybe a little 5 mile an hour thing into a tow hitch like I was thinking, which is not really a big deal because this stuff is all in good shape and this isn't going to be a perfect SEMA car or anything. But if you look at everything, you can kind of see right there, yeah, here's a bad point that got crinkled up right there. You can see that this just does not look straight in OEM. So I think what we're gonna go ahead and do is try and pull this bar up and over a little bit, and then maybe this one back and up a little bit. Essentially, this is where the bumper lies flat right here, and it's like ½ an inch low. So if we can get this level up a little bit, that's really all we need to do to get the fog light and the bumper fitment where it should be. Okay, so I've been trying to get this thing bent back, and the first thing I did was stick a couple microfibers right in here, and I took this breaker bar, put it in like that, bent it up, and now if you guys can see, this is where the fog light mounts, obviously, and there's a hole right there, okay. So this is the good side. And you can see that the place where the fog light mounts is right at the top of the headlight bulb. And now over here, you can see we gotta take this and move it up like that to make it flush. But we got this piece about ½ an inch up right here. Now I'm gonna take the hammer, flatten this out, and try and pull specifically this bolt and the metal around it up. Probably put the breaker bar right here and try and just form it, and hopefully once this is level, the bumper will sit flush and we'll have no more issue with the fitment. All right, well, as you guys can imagine, this is kind of hard to do and film at the same time, but essentially I went ahead and got everything to a much better position. You can see this big piece right here. This was completely bent right in the middle, so I was able to get that straight, which was great because it put my bolt right where I needed it to be, which is flat with the light right at the top of it, which is exactly what the side that didn't get hit is like. Let's go ahead and put that bumper back on and then see how the fitment is now. All right, so I went ahead and put the bumper back on. Now is the moment of truth. Let's go ahead, shut this hood, and see how this fitment is. And oh my God, there we go, everybody. We nailed it. I mean, that's as good as we could have gotten with the tools we had. Literally snowing outside, nothing. I got a breaker bar, I got a jack, I got some towels. We got that fitment perfect. I'm gonna go ahead and throw a picture of the fitment before, and literally cost me nothing. Kind of dented up the frame a little bit in the front, but who cares, you're never gonna see it. Wow, super happy with that. I'm just gonna go ahead and put the fog light in, clean it all up, put it back together, and I'll show you guys what it looks like on the ground. Every time something works out like this, I just am so happy, and I want to let you guys know, just because it's so good to fix something for literally next to nothing, have it look pretty damn good, or at least way better than you did before. It's just such a good feeling to do work yourself, have it done well, and know that you did it without a ton of money and a ton of resources. So that's the whole spirit of this channel. I hope you guys like watching this kind of stuff, because that's what I'm all about. That's what you're gonna see. Once we get this thing drifting, it's gonna be a whole nother slew of new content. So I hope you guys are super excited. Let's go ahead and get this car back down the ground and see what she looks like. All right guys, here's the final reveal of the finished bumper fitment. Boom. Let's give you a quick walk around. I am so freaking impressed. Look at that. That line up there, perfectly straight. Obviously, the paint in this car is not in perfect shape. There's spray paint everywhere from the previous owners, but it's a 15 footer. That's fine. For the price I paid, I'm okay with that. But yeah, it's gonna go ahead and wrap up this little video. Wanted to update you guys on the Lexus. Got this thing totally cleaned up. Oh, and there's one big thing for the interior I wanted to show you guys also. Let's go inside and check that out some more. All right, and the interior thing that I was holding back until now is, boom, a new steering wheel. And I am super hyped on this wheel. It is a Volante Corsa wheel. It's really heavy. The suede feels super nice. The stitching looks nice. It's got a little engraved part in there. Looks amazing. Obviously an Italian name, so assuming an Italian company. Don't know much about it. Other than that, it's a really nice wheel. I bought it from another drifter who's got a 240 and S14. He paid like $175 new, sold it to me for like $100. Super happy with that. Really nice wheel. No eBay crap, and I'm really happy about that. Unfortunately, we still need a hub to put this guy on, and I don't have that yet, so it's already on order, but this is the new upgrade for the Lexus. Really excited to get that on there. One step closer to making that thing go from stock to drifting, and I'm super hyped. So in the next video, we're gonna go ahead and put this on. We might have some more surprises for you guys, so stay tuned, and I'll see you in the next video. Peace.